Isaiah Thomas is in the land. Tuesday night, January 2nd, Isaiah Thomas is making his debut for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they are taking on the Portland Trail Blazers at home. This is a very significant event from an NBA standpoint because the Thomas to the Cavaliers, the trade that sent Isaiah Thomas, Ante Zizic, and Jay Crowder to the Cavaliers for Kyrie Irving was the biggest trade of the year. You could probably get some arguments from a few people here and there, but this one was the biggest trade. It's also huge for 2K because this was the first time any cover athlete had been named the cover athlete and then traded before the game that he was supposed to be on the cover of even came out. So I thought it appropriate to do a simulation of tonight's game, as well as moving ahead, looking at the entire Cleveland Cavaliers season and postseason with Isaiah Thomas. Now, I tweaked the minutes because I had already known that Isaiah Thomas is going to play limited minutes tonight. They want to make sure they bring him back in slow. In my simulated game, Isaiah Thomas didn't check in to 4:51. That actually proved to be fairly accurate because I think he checked in about 4:43, 4:33 in the real game. I didn't get a chance to see the entire real game yet because this video is actually being recorded while it's on. So I saw the first quarter. In the simulated game, the Cavaliers fell by 7 points to the Portland Trail Blazers. CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard both got hot, and Al-Farouq Aminu had a big game in the simulation. From what I saw in the first quarter, Evan Turner was playing really well for Portland. So that's going to be interesting to see how well the box scores matched up to what happened in the simulation and what happened in this particular game. Isaiah Thomas got off to a little bit of a slow start in the simulation, trying to find his shot. In the first quarter of the real game, I believe he missed his first 2 attempts before he knocked down a medium-range jump shot. But here's a look at how Isaiah Thomas scored in the simulation. You see that mid-range jump shot and then the little pull-up there in the lane. He ended up with 8 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 for 4 from the field. He actually didn't take any threes in the simulation, and he was 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Now let's look ahead to the real actual season. Look at what Isaiah Thomas did here. 20 a game, all right? And the assist numbers are right where you would want them to be if you are Cleveland for sure. He was second on the team in scoring, so he seemed to really mesh in quite well. I looked here at the injuries. He did not get injured again. The Cavaliers could not catch the Celtics for the #1 seed, but they did finish 55-27, which was good for the #2 seed. So in the first round, they end up playing the Detroit Pistons, as you can see from the bracket here that's on the screen. That first round series went pretty much as you would expect. The Cavaliers won pretty easily, 4-1. So then they move on a semifinal matchup against the Washington Wizards, and something really crazy happened. The Wizards upset the Cavs in 5 games. That is insane. There's no way in the world I can imagine the Washington Wizards are going to beat the Cavs in a series, let alone beat them in 5. But that's what we saw, and the Celtics went on to the finals, where they lost to the Rockets. And it's weird because this is like maybe the 3rd NBA 2K18 full season simulation that I've done, and the Rockets have won like almost every single time. So 2K is really loving the Rockets right now. But I just thought it would be interesting to see, just take a look ahead and see what 2K had to say about what sort of impact Isaiah Thomas would have on the Cavs. According to the simulation, he'll score well. He'll be the second on the team in assists. The team will get the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs. They'll make it out of the first round. They'll lose in the second round, and the Rockets will win the championship. I appreciate you watching. As always, God bless. Peace.